So very good morning. So as I told you yesterday that it's good afternoon. No? Sure, anyhow. So as I told you yesterday that we will start with the revision, and very soon I will put one schedule, revision test schedule, revision test syllabus, 2 revision test syllabus in your group, and accordingly we will do the revision test 1 and revision test 2, and very soon you will get the dates of your revision test also. So now it's time to just once again see all the concepts which we have done earlier, and do attend your classes during revision days, because that will give you benefit and that will help you to perform well in exam. So as far as the first revision test is concerned, data handling is one of the chapter which is included in the first revision test. So I would like to start with the revision of data handling. तो हम शुरू करेंगे data handling की revision से. चलिए. So we did that there are 2 types of data. One is raw data, another is, I'm just telling you the definition verbally. We did it earlier in the written form. We did the data is of 2 types. One is raw data, and another is the grouped data. Raw data is a data that is you are getting directly, in the first hand information that we are getting, that is raw data. And after that you arrange the data maybe in ascending order, descending order, distribution form, that is called grouped data. Then we did the definition of frequency. Frequency is number of times an observation appears in the data. Number of times an observation appears in the data, that is called its frequency. Number of times an observation appears in the data is called its frequency. For example, if I ask you that in your Almirah, how many red shirts are there? You are going to your Almirah, you are counting it and you are getting it to be 5. So red shirts जो हैं वो आपके पास आपके Almirah में 5 हैं. So it means what is the frequency of red shirt? That is 5. If I ask you that how many, you can say, blue pen in your geometry box are there? आपकी geometry box में कितने blue pen हैं? You will say I'm having 10 blue pen in my geometry box. That means that frequency of blue pen in the geometry box or in your geometry box is 10. So frequency is number of times an observations appear in the data. एक data में एक observation जितनी बार appear करती है उसको उसकी frequency बोलते हैं. For example, suppose I'm having these observations in my data and this is their frequency. So what is you can say this is their number of you can say students. This is marks, this is number of students. So what is the frequency of marks? 6 marks लेने वाले कितने student हैं, उनकी frequency क्या है? That is 9. So definition of frequency earlier we did, and once I have conducted test and I gave you one definition of frequency, and many of students have wrote it wrongly, they have written it wrongly. So this time you have to remember it carefully, that frequency is number of times an observation appears in the data. Then data is having some representative value. That is, one is mean, then median, and then mode, which are called measure of central tendency. That means central location. Data की tendency, data की location किस value की तरफ shift हो रही है, that is given by measure of central tendency. These all are representative of data and known as measures of central tendency. These three, they are the measures of central tendency. अभी इनको हम वन बाय वन डिस्कस करेंगे, मीन मीडियन मॉड को. चलिए, probability भी इसमें anyhow. So one more thing we have discussed, that is the formula for range of data. Range is equal to maximum value minus the minimum value. Range is equal to maximum value minus minimum value. This is the formula for the range of the data. So first of all, I would like to do mean median modes. शुरू करने से पहले we will divide the chapter into the concepts. And first concept I am discussing, just you can say mean. So first concept we will discuss mean of the data. You can see exercise 3.1 question number second. Organize the data marks given in the following distribution in tabular form, and which number is greater, which number is smaller, and all that. Tabular form में when we have to represent the data, इस एक question में हम बहुत चीजें सीखेंगे. Tabular form में when we have to represent the data, first of all we need to write the values, then the tally marks, and then frequency. Right? So the values की अगर हम बात करें, first value हमारे पास 1 है, फिर 2 है, 3 है, 4 है, 5 है, 6 है, 7 है, 8 है, and 9. These are the values, and we need to mark the tally mark. So you see in this data, 1 is appearing how many times? 1 is appearing only one time. So tally mark will be 1 and frequency is 1. How many times 2 is appearing in the data? 2 times. So there are 2 tally marks for 2 and the corresponding frequency is 2. How many times 3 is appearing in the data? Only once. Check करते जाना साथ साथ. So 1 is the frequency, 1 is the tally marks. And then how many times 4 is appearing in the data? 3 times. 4 is appearing 3 times, so 3 tally marks and 3 is the frequency. And then how many times 5 is appearing in the data? 5 times. And you know tally marks के एक bunch में हम ज्यादा से ज्यादा 4 tallies mark कर सकते हैं. So 5 times 5 है तो 4 tallies and 5th tally will be on 5. One bunch is containing 5 tallies, and if there are 6, 7 tallies, then you have to start with the next bunch. So the frequency for 5 is 5. And what is frequency for 6? 4. Frequency for 6 is 4. What is frequency for 7? How many times 7 is appearing? I think 2 times. This is 2. How many times 8 is appearing in the data? Only 1. And how many times 9 is appearing in the data? 9 is appearing one time, so 1 frequency and 1 like this. So first of all, हमने data को tabular form में represent किया. Now the question is, which number is the highest? किस number की value highest है? जिसकी frequency सबसे ज़्यादा है. अच्छा, which number is the highest? Okay. Which number is having highest? Which number is the highest? मतलब कि किसकी वैल्यू सबसे ज्यादा है? तो 9 is the highest number of the data. First part. विच नंबर इज द, मार्क्स है ना, तो मार्क्स हाईएस्ट कितने, 9, सो विच नंबर इज द लोएस्ट वैल्यू, सो 1 इज द लोएस्ट वैल्यू, कम से कम बच्चे के 1 मार्क हैं और ज्यादा से ज्यादा चाइल्ड इज स्कोरिंग 9 मार्क्स, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट, find the range of the data, so range is equal to, using the formula, maximum value minus minimum value, put karo, maximum 9, minimum 1, so the range is 8. That is range. Then is find the arithmetic mean. Now, when you are finding arithmetic mean, you have to add all the entries. In that, you can't take the help of, you can say, this table. आप इस table की help नहीं ले सकते, आपको पूरी की पूरी values add करनी है, ठीक है। So, first of all, let me tell you the formula for the mean. First measure of central tendency is mean. Mean is also known as average. Mean को हम average भी बोलते हैं. So, mean of the data, this is equal to sum of observations upon total number of observations. Sum of observation upon total number of observations. सारी observation को आप add करोगे, 1 time है, 2 times है, 3 1 times है, 4 3 times है, 5 times है, 6 4 times है, 7 2 times है, 8 is appearing 1 time and 9 is appearing 1 time. Sum of all observation over total number of observations कितनी है ये? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 divided by 20. Sum of all observation over total number of observations. Sum of all observations over total number of observations. Adding all these, you will get it to be 100 upon 20. Solving it, you will get 5. So mean of the data, it comes out to be 5. Let us discuss question number 9. साथ साथ कैलकुलेशंस किया करो. Question number 9. You are having heights of 10 girls of your class. 135, 150, 139, 128, 151, 132, 146, 149, 143, 141. ये टोटल 10 होने चाहिए. 10 girls की height का data is provided to you. First of all, he says, what is the height of the tallest girl? सबसे जो tall है girl, उसकी height कौन सी है? You see, which value is the maximum? I think 151 centimeter. So height of the tallest girl, this is equal to 151 centimeter. Second part. What is the height of the shortest girl? सबसे कम height वाली लड़की अगर हम देखें, तो this is 128. Shortest girl height 128 centimeter. Third, What is the range of the data? Akshara, you want to ask something or your hand has already been raised? If it is so, you can lower your hand. Okay. So next is, what is the range of the data? I can see just me solving it side by side. Very good. Gaurish, rest of you, you should switch on your video so that I can see what you are doing, whether you are doing it side by side or not. Range. Maximum value minus the minimum value. (23). रेंज की वैल्यू आपकी 23 है. Maximum value minus minimum value give you the range. Next, fourth part. What is the mean height of the girls? Mean height means we have to find mean. And what is the formula? Every time you first have to write formula. This is sum of observations over total number of observations. Add करते हैं इन सबको. I think 1411 is the sum. Yes, Korish?
मैम वो मैंने ये बताना था, वो सम 1414 है.
Okay. Sum is 1411. So I'm writing. And total, how many girls height is given to you? 10 girls. So this is 141.1. This is the answer. Mean height. Now the next question is, how many girls have the heights more than the mean height? कितनी ऐसी लड़कियां हैं जिनकी हाइट मीन हाइट से ज्यादा है, यानी कि 141.1 से ज्यादा, 141.1 से ज्यादा. 1 2 3 4 5. There are 5 such girls whose height is more than 141.1. Yes, Korish?
मैम जो मीन का आपने जो टोटल किया था मैम, वो 1411 नहीं 1414 आ रहा है.
Let me see.
एंड मैम बुक के पीछे भी जो मीन आया है वो 141.4 आ रहा है.
एक मिनट मुझे देखने दो. यही आ रहा है मेरा, तो वैल्यूज तो सेम है. गड़बड़ कहाँ हुई है? 151, 132, 146, 1. Okay, it is 149. This value is 149. तो यहाँ से फर्क पड़ा 3. ठीक है, ये 4 आएगा. तो कितनी गर्ल्स हैं जिनकी हाइट 141.4 से ज्यादा है? तो आई हैव सर्कल्ड इट. 1 2 3 4 5. 5 girls are there whose height is more than the mean height. Question number 5. See, 5th question. There are players player A, player B, player C. Game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. Player A, player B, player C. Points, what they have scored in the different 4 games, it is to be given like, for player A, it is 14, and in the second game, it is 16, then 10, and then 4 3. For player B, point score is 0, 8, 6, 4. And for player C, this is 8, 11, did not play. And the last game is 13. This is the data of the performances of the different player in the 4 games, right? So what he says, find the mean to the, one thing I want to see, Harmeet Singh, where is Harmeet Singh? I think since long he is not attending the classes. Anyone, any information about Harmeet Singh? First of all, we want to find A's average scored point. जितने भी A ने पॉइंट स्कोर किए हैं उनकी एवरेज क्या होता है, सारे पॉइंट्स को ऐड करो, दिस बिकम्स 50 अपॉन कितनी गेम्स हैं, 1 2 3 4 गेम्स. $12.5. So A की जो एवरेज है वो 12.5 आ. What is B's average? 22 upon 4. That is 5.5. What about C's average? When we are finding the average of C and we are doing the total, this will be 32. Now, when you have to divide, you need to divide it with 3. Why so? Because one game C has not participated. Oh, sorry, it will be 18. This is 4.5. So when we are finding C's average score, average point, then you need to divide it by not 4 but by 3, because C is participating only in the 3 events. This is 32 upon 3 and that is approximately 10.6. This is C's average score. He says to find the mean number of points per game for C, would you like to divide the total by 3 or 4? Naturally, as C is not playing one of the games, so we will divide the total by 3. B played in all the 4 games. How would you find the mean? We will divide by 4 to find the mean for B, because B is playing all the games. Who is the best performer? The best performer will be one whose average is maximum, and from the answers we can detect very easily that A's average is maximum, that is 12.5. So A's performance is the best out of the 3 players. तीनों players में से A की जो performance है वो best मानी जाएगी, right? Rest of the parts अब अपने आप करना है इनको. अब मैं कुछ आपको इससे रिलेटेड कुछ एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस हम डिस्कस करते हैं. मीन से रिलेटेड आपको कुछ भी आ सकता है, लाइक फाइंड मीन ऑफ फर्स्ट 10 natural numbers. First 5 whole numbers. First 8 even numbers. First 8 even numbers. First 5 multiples of 5. कुछ भी आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन आ जाए, no need to get worried. You just write the numbers. First 10 natural numbers, उनका मीन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू राइट द नंबर 1 से लेके 10 तक आपने पूरे नंबर लिखे. नाउ यू नो टू हाउ टू फाइंड द, मैं एक और क्वेश्चन लिखती हूँ, फर्स्ट 6 प्राइम नंबर्स. First 6 prime numbers. So first 10 natural numbers, we can write 1 to 10. And how to find their mean? Adding them and divide by 10. अपने आप करना, I will just give you the hint. First 5 whole numbers, like हम first 5 whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the first 5 whole numbers. Add them, divide by 5, you will get the answer. First 8 even numbers. These are the first 8 even numbers. Sorry. You can find its mean. Add them, divide by 8. Then first 5 multiples of 5. First 5 multiples of 5. Then first 6 prime numbers. Can anyone tell me the first 6 prime numbers? Raise your hand. आदित्य से मैं पूछना चाहूंगी, आदित्य महाजन, बच्चे अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ. आदित्य, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ. आदित्य, आदित्य, where are you?
मैम
आदित्य, first 6 प्राइम नंबर्स बताओ मुझे.
मैम 2, 3, 5, 7, 11,
Yes.
13.
Shabash. These are the first 6 prime numbers. We know that prime numbers are those numbers which are having only 2 factors, 1 in itself. That means these numbers, they do sit only in 2 tables. One is of table of themselves and another is a table of 1. Right? इनका मीन निकालना, ठीक है. इसके साथ से मीन I'm going to end here only, and tomorrow we'll start with another central tendency, that is median and mode. अपनी वीडियो ऑन करके बैठा करो, and better to arrange your revision notebook as well along with you. We'll meet tomorrow.